Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Before you continue watching, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about slumps in grad school, and I think this is a very common problem that goes untalked about. So when you look at a written dissertation or a senior grad student or postdoc present their research, you tend to think that their research was a straight line. They had a hypothesis based on previously published work, they tested it experimentally, then they got the result and they discuss how it fits into the broader picture. That's not really the way research works. The way research works is a lot of zigs, zags, circles, changing directions, trying to come up with new hypotheses on the fly. That's the truth of the matter. We're very good at making our research look linear, but it really is hardly ever linear like that. And so because of that, what you're going to have is a lot of grad students that are going to come into grad school that were probably straight A students, or at the very least a mix of A, B grades, so they did well. They probably did well in a lot of things that they've done in life, and they're not used to failure. And the one thing you have to learn about grad school, and particularly doing research, is failure is something that is going to happen. I remember my department chair when I was a grad student said that only 9% of scientific experiments work, and for a grad student that's in their first year, it's probably only a fraction of that. And that's probably true. When you do research, you're going to fail over and over and over again. You're going to do experiments that give no results. You're going to do experiments that give contradictory results. You're going to spin in circles, and you have to get used to this. You have to get over it. The people that finish grad school are not always the smartest, but what they are the people that can persevere. You have to persevere. When I was in my first year of grad school, I really wanted to drop out. I actually had a real conversation with my parents that grad school is not for me and that I want to drop out and this is what I want to do instead. And I think a lot of people have this kind of thought, at least, that maybe grad school is not for me. Maybe I made a mistake coming here. Maybe it's not worth it. But I promise you that it is. And I promise you that you're not alone in feeling like this. You're definitely not alone in feeling like this. The overwhelming amount of grad students will at some point feel like, I made a mistake, or what in the world am I doing here? This is just, it's not worth it. But I promise you that it will be. And if you keep persevering, you can get through it. So the things that you can do to get through it. One is assess the situation. Is the problem the lab, or is it something that's going on with you? For me, when I was in my first year, I definitely thought it was me. But then as I looked at it, I realized I was in a really toxic lab environment. The PI was not good. The senior grad student was toxic. There was a lot of yelling, telling people that they're stupid, that they don't deserve to be here, things like this. And it wasn't a good environment. And so because of that, I changed to a new lab. And as a grad student or postdoc, it's okay to change labs. It's not uncommon. It's something that does happen. But make sure that if you change, that it really is because you need a change of setting. If it's, well, I can't do a Western blot, so I'm hoping if I change labs and go to another lab, I'll be able to do a Western blot. That's probably not going to happen. But if there is a toxic environment, think about changing labs. But if that isn't the case, which probably it isn't, then these are the things I want you to keep in mind. First of all, I'm not sure where this thought came from. I'm not even sure that it's real, but they say that it takes 10,000 hours of practicing something before you can truly master it. And whether it's 10,000 hours or 8,000 or whatever the number is, that's true of science too. No one's going to walk into a lab and be perfect at experiments. Even the best scientists take practice. So continue practicing, keep doing work. You will get better at doing experiments. You will get better at troubleshooting your experiments and figuring out where you went wrong. You will get better at designing experiments. It will come. You just have to keep practicing. My second piece of advice is to not only rely on your PI. Talk to other grad students and postdocs. You'd be surprised how willing they probably will be in helping you. And they're the ones that are currently doing research. A lot of PIs haven't sat at the bench for quite some time, and they don't know everything that's going on, and they can't always remember clearly what it was like when they were a grad student or what they were doing as a postdoc. So talk to people that are currently at the bench. They're your best option by far. And with that said, pay it forward. when you're a senior grad student and someone comes to you, make sure you're willing to help them. Remember what it was like when you were a junior grad student. And that's probably the best advice I could give you. This is going to be a rather short video, but really the point of putting this out is to let people know that you're not alone, that other people feel depressed, feel that they're questioning themselves on whether they really should be in grad school or whether they want to continue. And there are people that drop out every year. There's someone from every department that drops out, it seems. But you don't have to be that person. You can keep working and you can do excellent work. Just keep trying. That's the best advice that I could give you. Just keep trying. So with that, I want to say thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.